Skeletor was looking for a shortcut, a quick way to riches and power. There's always a catch to it. Don't sell yourself short. The right way is the best way. Until later.
Paella it is. Can we eat it?
The morning stream. They're coming to get you, Barbara. There's one of them now.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for January 15th, 2025. Got a lot of fives in today's date. Bunch of fives, ones and fives, and twos. I guess there's a two.
And twos. Ones, fives, and twos. And a zero. Ones, fives, twos, and a zero. But a lot of them.
Yeah. I guess we have an extra five is all we have, really. Brian, it's you and it's me, Scott, and we're here and we're doing it.
Yes.
We got a show to do, and it's nice to see you all. We got a nice chat room already bubbling up out there, looking good. You guys all look great, you know?
Yeah.
I wish you could see their little individual faces, you know? That'd be fun, just like a...
That would be fun. Like little screens, little Zoom, like we're watching the Zoom, and all these people sitting there in the Zoom.
Like the Matrix architect guy, you know?
It would, there would be points at the show where we'd look over and it'd be like, 45 screens over there, 100 screens over there, and like 80 of them are empty rooms.
Yeah.
Like,
we don't want that. We don't want that.
Feed the dog or go out and mow the lawn or something.
Yeah, but you could see how pissed something makes a certain person. Like something we'd say, and then we're looking around, you see one little square get all mad. That'd be great.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be great. They turn red.
I'd be into instantly. That. Well, anyways, we're here. We got a show to do, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm going to pat myself on the back. Okay. You can't tell from this shot because very, very little has changed from this camera shot. But for those watching, I did a major stage 1 clean out of the studio yesterday, which involved 2 giant. What do you call them? Well, 4 total garbage bags. 2 of them were huge, Glad, like outdoor leaf bags.
Like leaf bags, like the steel sack kind of bags?
Yeah, and it was me mostly doing recyclable in some of them. So I think 2 of those bags were things that were going to get recycled, and then the other 2 were things that are trash. And then I had a whole separate 2 bags for Goodwill or DI here locally is the place we go. Nice. Anyway, I went crazy yesterday, and I got all sweaty doing it, which is always a good feeling, right? Sure. But boy, whatever's wrong with my knee sure got in the way. Freaking stupid knee. Yeah, I can tell right now it's got a little lump now. So whatever I hit pretty hard. Ooh, touching it, Brian. It's like a little tender.
Oh, dude,
good time.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I know. What am I doing? Why am I touching it? Anyway,
I know. I went to the doctor and said, "Doc, I broke my leg in 2 places. What should I do?" And he says, "Stop going to those 2 places."
That's pretty good. You'll be here. You'll be here all week.
I will be here all week.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's fantastic. Anyway, where was I? I forgot. Oh, so I did all this, and there's still more to do. It's probably stage 1 of stage 4, but my goal is, I got all kinds of ideas. Also, I'm going to try a new camera out because I wanted to add a 3rd camera. Check this out.
Yeah.
Look at this little guy.
Is that like a drone?
No, it's kind of crazy.
I saw the white thing, and it was like a big white thing. Oh, that's cool. It's almost like a what are those called? Like you see when people go to there's like a little clip you can put on the bottom of that, and it'll follow, like it gimbals you and stuff.
Yeah, it'll gimbal me and watch me.
You.
Apparently, I don't know how much of that I'm going to let it do because it just seems a little weird. But you can swap that setting in like a finger click, like a shortcut key. But I'm going to try it. It's a lot smaller than the picture let on. I thought it was going to be huge, but the reviews on this are like some of the best quality cameras out there. So I got it late last night. I haven't had a chance to put it in, but I'm going to try that. So I got all these ideas. I'm going to do this stuff. Nice. And let me tell you something. Sometimes just cleaning is all you need to just make your day better.
Yeah.
I had a very positive afternoon as a result, and I had a little bit of, it was also nice because for the first time in weeks, I had a little time where I wasn't locked into other meetings and other crap. And so it was just like, I'm going to do this and only this. I put in new lights in the room, so when those aren't on right now, but when this room is fully lit, they're not blinking anymore because they were old.
Right.
So they're LEDs now. They're gonna last 50 years or something. And then got all my like giveaway stuff organized finally. Instead of being in various piles around the studio, all of it is in one place. Feels good.
I need to do what you did. I need to do with the table behind me where all my miniature video game little miniature arcade cabinets are, and I need to figure out some better way to do that. Anyway, the just need a good place for all the video game cabinets, like a shelf where they can all line up or something.
Yeah. Are you tempted to make like a little arcade space, like a little actual like carpeted?
I am, but here's the problem: is New Wave Toys keeps coming out with new cool arcade machines. Yeah. And any space that I like, if I create a little diorama, basically, which I really want to do, and I've got they sold the carpet too. I got some of the carpet. As soon as I get something built, they're gonna be like, and we have a brand new Dig Dug machine that's coming out, and be like, I want that, and now I have to change my whole diorama. Yeah.
In real life, you'd have to get a new lease on the property next door.
I'd have to I'd have to look at the former hairdresser next door and see if I can expand into that space.
Is this New Wave Toys, right? Sorry, did you say?
New Wave Toys, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, they just came out with. There was one they came out with that I just wasn't excited about at all. Yeah, I like how they have a little action figure dude.
Yeah, he looks like trouble. He looks like trouble.
He does. He does look like trouble.
He looks like somebody who's gonna, I don't know, like creep up on you and take your money. He's gonna mug you.
Totally.
Yeah.
So look at that. So is that from their website now? So they have a new Tempest.
They got a new Tempest machine. I don't understand what's different than the one you got. Is it the same?
I don't either. Tempest X. I don't. Oh, there. Let's see. Hide the little dude.
Sorry, I forgot the dude was on there. Get rid of him.
Yeah, I don't know. It might just be it might be the 10th anniversary of when they released the original Tempest Replicade.
Because Tempest X wasn't like a sequel or something, was it? Or
no, there was a Tempest 2. And that was horrible.
Tempest was not a good game.
Tempest Tubes or something.
Yeah, that wasn't a good game. That was a bad game.
No, it was a bad game. It came free on the PlayStation Tempest game, and it was horrible.
Yeah, this looks like just straight Tempest from the description. Tempest X Replicate has been designed perfect 1/6 play scale. Tempest X.
Maybe it's what I have is the Tempest X.
Yeah, maybe they're just re-advertising.
Oh, here we go. What does that say? Scroll up just a little bit. What does it say? Plays the original Tempest arcade game. Yeah, I see nothing different there than
PVC trim molding, high resolution screen, vector. So it looks like it's limited, officially limited editions. That mean so maybe they're just a re-release. Like you got the first one. Might be just
a re-release. Yeah, I got you and I both got because I gave you my extra. Yeah,
I love that thing. My problem is I want all of them too, but you've done the smart thing. Yeah. You get them as they come out. That doesn't hit your wallet so hard. Right. Now I'm like, shit, I can't get all these at once. This is going to be really expensive.
And I get the ones that I really want, as opposed to getting all of them, because they've got a new pinball one that is kind of cool looking. I did get the Zoltar because I had to. That one's really cool.
You have the Cubert?
They've got like the black hole. I'm not going to get the Golden Tee Golf. I did get Cubert.
Cubert rocks. 150.
I don't think I got Crystal. I did not get Crystal Castles.
Crystal Castles is pretty good.
Crystal Castles, but not enough to.
You know what? You're doing it the right way. You get the ones that you have some love and nostalgia for and focus on that. I get it.
Yeah. It's basically like if you look at the ones I have behind me, these are the ones that if I walked into an arcade, these are the ones I put my quarters in.
Yeah.
I might play Crystal Castles if one of the other things I wanted to play was busy, but that's about it. And I have the nearly impossible behemoth known as Ghosts and Goblins, which is great.
Yeah, what I really ought to do is buy one of these machines, the change machines that they sell. You have that too, right?
Yes, the change machine is great. Yeah,
yeah.
Little USB charger for all of them.
That thing right there is just so. I see it and I immediately my money wants to come out of my wallet when I see it.
Talk about something that they came out with and never ever changed. Like the company that made the change machine, it's ironic that it's called a change machine because it never did.
Nope, it never had any change.
It never changed any of its look. It
had change in it, but it never changed.
Never. The outside of it never changed.
I love that freaking thing. Anyway, these are awesome, but it would be cool. Every time I look at that Tempest machine, I just go, oh, I want to do some dirty carpet. I want to make like a bad bathroom exit. I want to make a diorama of one of my dad's old arcades, even maybe name it after his old arcade names. I can't even remember what we called it.
I'm surprised they have not come out with a replica of a table, a cocktail game.
Oh, right. I thought they. Oh, I'm thinking of the stand up like mini ones you buy.
The Arcade 1-Ups did. Yeah,
these guys haven't. You're right. Totally haven't.
Arcade 1-Up has one that I would really consider because it fits. You put it on top of a coffee table or something, and it does a ton of stuff. It's like that's actually that is very appealing to me.
Oh, there's a Zoltar machine. Oh, Carter got this Zoltar machine. Somebody gave it to her.
Oh, did she get one too?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was the same people.
Yeah, it's great. Even little spits out little tickets with like appropriately sized tickets with the your fortunes on it and stuff.
And it's the real voice and everything, and this little mouth opens like this, like the animated thing. It's really great.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was these guys. And I don't know who gave it to her.
And what's great about it is you can pretend you're Tom Hanks and you really wish to be big. And in addition to growing up, they also made you 10 times your original size.
Yeah. Yep. And you have sex with a lady while you're big. So there's that.
I know. Yeah. She basically committed a felony, but we don't talk about that.
No. It's like everyone focus on the cute piano that James Caan and everybody's running around on. Just focus on that.
Right. Yep.
Everything will be fine. Wait,
There's
James.
a little bit of a questionable thing in there. Anyway.
Was it James Caan? Do I have that wrong? Or am I thinking of Elf? I might be thinking of Elf.
No, it's James Caan because he like comes up with basically an RPG, storybook RPG thing, and James Caan is the no. I think we are confusing the big. We are.
Robert Loggia.
We're confusing Elf and Big.
That's right. The dad from Home Alone was the dick in this one.
Right.
In Big.
Right. He's like, I didn't get it.
Yeah, he sucked. And then Loggia was like the owner of the toy company and was slowly being convinced by Tom Hanks's character to be more like a kid and enjoy the toys and all that.
Exactly.
All right. I love Robert Loggia.
Here's my impersonation of Tom Hanks in Big. Memories, like the corner of my mind.
That's pretty good.
Mr. Watercolor memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
That's pretty good. Yeah, no, it's great.
Workshopping that.
That's fantastic. Here's my Robert Loggia. There you go.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, wow. You didn't even have to tell me it was Robert Loggia.
I've seen him in something recently, and I was thinking about him not even more than a week ago. What did I see him in? Something Kim watched. It was like one of his last things he did before he died. He died, right?
I think he did.
We're about to kill him because of our curse. Robert Loggia. Let's just take a look. Make sure he was an American actor.
Was an American actor. Don't even need to scroll down to see when he stopped being an American actor, but it was in 2015.
2015. What a year. Oh my gosh, a picture of him and William Hickey. You need to see this.
Really?
I don't know what this is from, but it's wonderful.
You asked for it. You got it.
Look at that. I don't know what they're doing. I don't remember.
Look at that. I don't know. Whatever movie that is.
Prizzi's Honor. Which I never saw that, so I can't tell you.
Oh, really? Yeah, I saw that in theaters, and I think I was too young to fully appreciate it. I need to see it again.
It's one of those. It was Oscar bait that whenever that was.
Yeah, Nicholson and what's her face, Morticia. Yeah,
she's related to. She comes from a huge family.
Angelica Houston.
John Huston's daughter. Gee.
I did get it before. I got it before Rufus T-Cat put it in there. I swear to God.
No, you did. I saw it pop after you said it. I'm here to witness. Your Honor, I was there. I saw it. We're going to allow it.
Now, if only I could trust myself in saying Mindhunter when or Mindhunter when I. Or Mindhunter. You probably would have given it to me if I would have said Mindhunter.
I tried to explain this to Carter yesterday. I said, it was this really down to the wire thing. And she goes, that sounds like those videos you see from Wheel of Fortune where they get to the sentence like one letter left, and everyone knows it, but the guy's so excited that he says a thing and he knows it, right? But he
knows it.
Yeah,
I knew it. I knew exactly what it was. Yeah.
And it happened to anybody. It'll happen to me if it hasn't already.
Exactly. Wait till February. It's going to happen to you.
Can't wait. Bring it back, Travis. All right, another quick thing. Conclave. It's on your Peacock, right?
Yep.
How did that go last night? You want to know if my review?
Last night, Scott? I can't believe you watched it that quickly.
Well, that was the plan. I got derailed. So I wrote this headline last night because my plan was I was going to watch it. In fact, I had it queued up and ready to go. I was all set to watch this movie. And then, unfortunately, I got a call. A good friend of mine, Darren, I've talked about Darren before on the show.
I think so. Yep.
He came home from Disney. They have a yearly family Disney thing in January. Came home really sick, had one of the flus that's going around.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
And it got so bad that they took him to Instacare. And that we just figured that it was getting in his lungs and all that. So we figured it would be like an antibiotic trip or whatever. But anyway, this is where phone calls started popping off, and that's where I got distracted. He ended up with, they found a blood clot in his leg, which I don't know how, if you're looking at a dude and testing him for flu, how do you know about the blood clot in the leg? I don't get it.
I mean, unless he was saying while he was in there, it's like, by the way, I've got, this ache in my leg. He was lucky that when he flew back, if he had, embolism, like that can, if you have a blood clot in your leg, it can turn into a
if it loosens or if it goes, if it like pops away from wherever it's lodged and it runs to your brain, you could die. So he's good. He's in there and he's, they got him on blood thinners and he's, doing what he's supposed to do. But anyway, that messed up the night, so I couldn't see the movie yet, Brian. I'm going to try again tonight.
That's all right. You'll get your chance. I'm
going to try again tonight. But I talked to him this morning. He's doing much better.
Luke Sightwalker says, Conclave is that religious thing, right? I'm going to do a hard pass. I've just decided I can't do anything for you anymore, Luke Sightwalker.
Hold on, Luke. It's not pro-religion. It's not supposed to. It's not.
It takes place in the papal system.
I mean, that's like saying the Exorcist. That's a religious one, right? I'm not seeing the Exorcist. It's not that kind of. It isn't. It's not like some churchy. It's not like Taken Away or whatever the hell that was called. Where they have some message or whatever.
Right, some sort of hidden agenda kind of thing.
Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, but it's not.
I'm not. This time is not. It's not.
I'm barking up a tree, right? I'm barking up a tree. Exactly. I love Luke. I think Luke's amazing, but I'm a little confused by Luke.
Yeah. This is not a movie that is trying to get you to join a religion. It is a movie that takes place during the changing of a pope, and it's I found it incredible.
Cutthroat politics with amazing actors who are incredible at their craft.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's not a religious movie.
It blows my mind that you could have, this movie is going to be about the changing of a pope, and it's going to have intrigue and suspense and what? Really? No, there's no way.
Yeah. Well, I'm very excited. I'm going to see it tonight.
Yeah, cool.
So, unless Darren calls me with another problem. Hopefully everything's okay.
We're not doing recommendals right now, Nicole.
No.
Although, I do recommendal that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story. My Monday started out great. Did that 1 mile run and beat my record there and was really happy about that. Did the show, and then I went out and lifted for a little while and went to the dentist.
Oh, how'd that go?
Well, pretty much did the show. Great. Yeah. Went up and made myself an iceberg wedge sandwich or a sandwich salad. A wedge sandwich sounds pretty damn good. Bacon and lettuce and blue cheese.
Sure.
Anyway, while I was doing that, Salem came downstairs and peed on the bookcase underneath my airbrush.
Oh.
Stunk up that whole maker room.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, oh my gosh, what a pain in the ass. And so I got the Lysol wipes and the poof spray and all that stuff. There's a spray called Poof, P-O-O-P-H. It's great.
Poof.
All
right.
Poof.
All right.
Dealt with that. Then went to the dentist. Dentist says, all right, well, everything's looking good. You're flossing, you're doing this, you're doing that. We're a little worried about a couple of the gum pockets that you have around your teeth. And so we're going to schedule one of those root scaling things. But it's going to be 2 visits. So we're going to split up between 2. Oh, and each visit's going to be 2 hours long.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
So it's like, okay, great. End of this month and the beginning of February, I've got those. Oh,
so wait, what do they do? I don't know what that is. A root scaling. What do they do?
It is, so the pockets around your teeth, you've got 4 pockets or 4 places that can develop pockets around each tooth. The 2 front corners, the 2 back corners, basically.
Okay, so like where the skin might slack or something.
Right, which is exactly what happens.
Okay.
And if something gets down in there, bacteria, whatever, then it can cause problems, and that's what they want to prevent, is anything from getting down there.
Okay.
I use a pretty dang industrial strength mouthwash that should freaking kill everything, and I use this gum detoxify toothpaste that they recommend. That's been great, but for whatever reason, she's like, yeah, sometimes there's nothing you can do. And she says, and don't feel bad, because we have a lot of clients who have to have this done every couple of years. And this is going to be the first time we've had to do it for you. So it's like, all right, fine, whatever.
Jeez.
So then that, right? And then I decided to go out and do some lifting. I stopped by, because we were talking about mochi donuts, stopped by and got a mochi donut. I think that's what inspired me to talk about the mochi donut. So stopped by this place and got a mochi donut. And then continued lifting, went home. All right, well, there was my Monday. Okay.
Sure. Nice Monday.
Crappy things happened. Yesterday, I discovered another crappy thing happened on Monday, the 13th, I'm going to add.
Oh,
the
shit.
13th.
Shit.
I go to Grease Monkey yesterday, and I'm about to pay for it, and I pull out my credit card, and it's not there. And I've got this cool little extra pop-up wallet deal that you push a little button, and then my credit cards go zoop, up like that, so I can grab the one I want.
Yeah.
The one I wanted did not pop up, and I'm looking in there, and then I'm feeling around in my pocket, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, where was the last place I used it? And it's been a while. It's been, because I do stuff online with it and that sort of thing. So it's been quite a while since I've used it.
Sure.
And so I'm like, all right, well, let's quickly deal with this. Before I go home and check and see if it's there, I open up the app, I hit freeze. Really love this feature of the app for this credit card. Freeze it, nobody can use it. But then I look at previous charges, and there's two Taco Bell charges. I didn't go to Taco Bell. There are 2 Lowe's charges, each for $250 to $300.
This makes me mad.
2 Home Depot charges, each for $250 to $300. And then the earliest one is, guess where? Why, it's the Mochi Donut
No
shop.
way, dude.
Yes. So I pulled out my wallet and paid with cash. I had $2, so I just said, yeah, I'll just pay with cash on this. And that card apparently fell out of this wallet that I love. But what the heck, right? It's like I shake it, no cards come out, but apparently that Discover card is a slippery little Jimmy and slid right out of there. And the charge was made very shortly after I went in there. And so I'm like, oh, well, let's take a look. And I pull up so I parked right in front of the donut shop, and I have a dash cam on my dashboard because it's a dash cam.
Sure. That's what you do with the dash cam. Absolutely.
And as I'm pulling away, as I'm leaving the parking lot, I have video of this guy showing up on his ratty little bike.
Oh shit.
With his pants down below his butt. And
look at this. Look at this. I love it. Look at you. You're like the police. You're like, what do you call it? Citizen police.
CSI. Zoom, enhance. Now, I don't know if this is the guy, but here's a couple things that are working in this guy's favor.
Okay.
He's on a bike the Home Depot, the Lowe's, and the Taco Bell are all within like a half-mile radius of the donut shop.
He really got to work. He didn't spare.
He really
any
did.
Time,
He absolutely did. Like he did the thing where you're like, oh, credit card on the ground. Let me buy my donuts with that. Let's see if this thing works.
Yeah.
And he immediately does that. And then it's like, woo! And then he hops on his little bike and he goes down to the Home Depot and he probably buys something and then goes to the return counter and returns it for cash or something.
All right.
And then does a cashback. Well, the card company immediately, goes through my thing and says, and they even either send an email or text. They said, I didn't receive it, but said, do you approve this charge at Home Depot? Because it seems kind of questionable. And so they did block that one. They blocked that attempt.
Well, plus you have
gift cards,
and you have
gift cards,
and you have protection on all those, right? Like they'll
I
cover.
do, absolutely, yes. And so they were like, no problem. We got a new card on its way to you, and all of those charges are wiped.
Okay,
So,
all right, good. But also that sucks. I hate that.
it sucks, and it kind of makes me want to go back to that part of town and just kind of hang out there and see if I see this little guy on his bike. And what I'll do is I'll just say, oh, hey, did I see you at the Home Depot and the Taco Bell the other day? Like, thought it was so weird that I saw you in both places. And if he says yes, and I'll say, you took my card, you jackass.
Yeah, then chase him through town and have that
And
music.
then do nothing. Do absolutely nothing.
You need that. You need that music where Tom or what was it? Steve Martin and Kevin Bacon are running for the same cab.
Oh, yes, it's she's having a baby going for the cab.
Yeah, whatever that song is, very 80s.
Puppet Head. I think it's English beat Puppet Head, I think.
And it's got the whir in the middle of it and all that.
Yes. Yeah. Kazumi says, you're going to get shanked. You're right. No, I'm totally not.
He wouldn't confront him. Of course not.
I wouldn't do it. No, because I don't know with this guy. I'm sure he got gift cards, returned them for cash, spent the cash on meth, and
got high for a night, and everything's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That all worked out in the end, you guys.
Exactly.
Anyway, what a pain in the ass, dude. All right.
What a pain in the ass. Let's get to some feud, man. Oh my gosh, we've taken up some time.
It's all right. We've got cool stories to tell and a place to tell them.
It's all right.
Man, I swear this is putting him higher than it used to. It's freaking me out. Oh, can I actually manually move it? Oh, that's why. Oh, I can manually move the window, Brian. That's why it's different for me. Oh, that's great to know. Well, who would have thunk it? All right. Well, family feud. Sorry, Tadpooly Feud coming right up as soon as Dunaway answers his damned phone. There he is. Hey, look who it is. It's our old pal Brian Dunaway joining us from South Carolina. How's it going, dude?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. How are you
Hello.
doing?
Good.
I'm
See,
doing
kids?
Okay.
Donuts are bad for you, kids.
Yeah.
Learn my lesson.
Don't eat donuts. Mochi donuts in
donuts.
particular. Those are going to get you every time.
Every time.
Dunaway, it's nice to have you here. We're going to play a game, and I already know who our contestant's going to be because they've been waiting patiently
Oh,
for weeks.
oh
And
Chance to play.
for some reason, why won't it come up?
Oh no.
Hold on.
Okay.
It's I can tell you right now it's Tally, but for some reason Tally's not showing up. Why? Why?
You need to fire the tally signal into the sky.
Tally, we're friends, right? Are we friends? Well, of
are
course
you
we
asking? If you have to ask, I think you know the answer.
I don't understand.
I think she unfriended both of us when we started using the term broads this morning.
Oh, that was all it took.
Rods.
I can't. She's not showing up in the list. I got like a list here. TAL, nothing. Tally, I don't know why you're not showing up. I can't.
She said she just messaged you even.
Yeah, but I don't. There's no way for me to do. I can't add her from that. I have to add her from select friends to add to our call. Is there any other way? I don't think there's another way to add her to the call. Gosh dang it! What is going on? All right, you know what?
Can I do it? I don't think I can do it.
See if you can add. See if you can add to the call. You might be able to.
See if I can. Yeah.
And if you can,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense. Everybody other names here. If I type red, I get Red Fraggle. If I type
I type the username of a friend and it's not what.
Tally, is your
it's
name
not-
different than your display name? Hold on. Maybe she's
Is it
doing something.
Natalia?
No, it's Tali Zarel.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Something's wrong. Oh well.
I
I tried, man. Lady, I'm gonna add Stephanie to the call because she was actually number 4. Because I don't know what else to do. I can't get you in.
Yeah.
We'll work on it after the thing, Tally. We'll figure it out. I'm sorry about this. I really was. The plan was to get you in, but you're not there. You're not even showing up for Brian. I have corroborating evidence.
I tried adding friends to DM, and I know we're friends.
Yeah, we're all friends.
We're all friends here.
Is this working? All right, I think Stephanie may be coming in. There we go.
Okay, all right.
All right, I saw Stephanie just fine.
We will try you next week, Tally.
I'm here.
Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
Oh, hi, Stephanie.
Hello.
How's it going? Hey, I'm going to see. Don't you worry. I'll get all the Marvel movies at some point, okay? Don't you worry your little head.
Too far gone.
It's all going to work out. It's all going to work out. It's nice to have you here. Always nice to hear your voice. We're going to play a game. Brian, why don't you explain to Stephanie how this works, even though I'm pretty sure she knows.
Sure, it's time to play the Tadpooly Feud. I've surveyed the tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian have to predict the answers that they gave us. It's their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Stephanie, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be playing for Tally. Just kidding. You're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. And if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes God's Trigger and Necrovision Lost Company.
Ooh, Necrovision.
Yeah.
I don't know. I assume it's somebody who raises the I don't know what that is. Never heard of
I'm
it.
thinking, yeah.
All right.
It's not WandaVision, it's Necrovision.
Yeah. Bring it on. All right. That sounds great. I'm in.
So, all right. Oh, let's see. Do I need to do something? It looks like I need to reload the page because it's saying, there we go.
There we go. Oh,
Waiting for host.
there it is.
All right.
Excellent.
Okay. If you guys are ready.
Yeah.
We've asked 427 tadpoolers to give their answer to this. Put your hands on your buzzers and name a fictional food or drink from a movie. Scott.
Blue milk from Star
Show me
Wars.
blue milk.
Number 1.
Oh,
Yep. Panther milk, blue milk is number 1 answer on the board. No other answers can beat it, which means that you've got Stephanie and you've got control of the board.
I don't know. I shouldn't be surprised because it came to my head so quick. Of course, it comes to everyone else's head.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right,
I mean,
Stephanie.
that would have been my first answer. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one, right? Do you have
Yeah.
you got anything popping off for you?
Popping up.
I was thinking maybe like something from Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
We don't like
So
the Harry
much
Potter
good
anymore.
How about what's the butterbeer deal, right?
Yeah, butterbeer was what I was thinking. Yeah.
Let's try that
Now,
butterbeer.
what is it?
All
What is
right.
it? Butt or beer? What did you say?
It's
Butt or beer.
Yeah, it's butt or beer. You get to choose.
Yeah.
Butts always.
Yeah, people choose butt beer more
Ron
than butt.
said, butt or beer. Show me butterbeer.
Yeah.
You can make your own at home. Vanilla schnapps and cream soda.
Mhm.
And it's delicious.
Yeah, I like those. Okay. How about movies or TV or just movies?
Just kidding.
Movies is what I said. But remember, this is the tadpole.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to just test the water real quick. This might cause us
Sure.
a buzz, but just see who's thinking of it. In Mad Max Fury Road, in the very opening scene, Max eats a two-headed lizard. So, two-headed lizard.
Oh.
Sure. All right. Show me two-headed lizards.
Damn it!
Oh, I am so amazed that
What?
not only was that not in the top 10, but it wasn't even anywhere in the.
Dang it! All right. Well, that helps me understand the audience today, so it's
There
fine.
you go. Yes. Now you know the lower limits. We haven't discovered the upper limits, but you now know the lower limits.
Yeah. We'll see if Dunaway can navigate them.
Yes. Pick something that's more popular than the two-headed lizard.
Jeez,
Oh God. I did not agree to that answer, but
No,
okay.
you were. That was not a mutual. That was not a
Did
mutual
not
decision.
sign off. Yeah.
No, I get it.
All right.
What do you think, Dunaway?
4 points, by the way, for Scott and Stephanie.
when it comes to movies, there's one that I always think of because you kind of want to like live in those worlds,
Sure.
and I want to say it's like a Royale with cheese, but is it the
The
Kahuna
big,
burger?
Big
from
Kahuna or
Pulp Fiction?
Kahuna Burger?
Yeah.
I think
That is
so.
a tasty looking burger is what that is.
Yeah.
That's a tasty burger.
But maybe since the fact I can't remember what it's actually called, maybe I should go with a $5 shake.
Do you
Which is
mind
the
if I
actual
have a
thing.
sip of your $5 shake to wash down this tasty burger?
Is it? There's a shake called the $5 shake. That wasn't a description of the price.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, some place came out with that afterwards, and I'm trying to remember who it was. It was like Carl's or Carl's Jr. or something like that. Came out with the $5 shake.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never tried it.
All right. Well, let's go with the Big Kahuna Burger. That is your guess, correct?
Yes, yes, Mike. Yes,
All right.
Yes.
Show me the Big Kahuna Burger.
Ooh,
That is a
point.
tasty 6-point burger.
Damn it. Damn it. I mean, yay. Well done.
Killing it.
Yeah.
There's so many directions, but that's mostly TV. All right, let me think. What is TV? But it was a movie too. I'm gonna go with it anyway. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. How about so? Let's go back to Harry Potter then. Let's go
Okay,
to
all right.
the first thing that I had in my head. But chocolate frogs.
Sure.
Yeah.
sure.
They
Of
can
course.
buy those now.
Good one.
Sure.
All right. Show me the chocolate jumping frogs.
Oh, that's a shame.
Wow.
I thought that would have been on there, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, Steph.
Sus.
What? What'd you say?
Oh, I said it's us.
Oh, I thought you said sus, like something
Sus.
suspe-
Yeah, very sus.
Sus.
yeah,
No.
Sus
suspectful.
that chocolate frogs weren't on here. By the way, chocolate frogs did make the list. They were. Where are they? I thought they were pretty high. Yeah, number 13, chocolate frogs.
My daughter,
Oh, wow.
one of my daughters, I can't remember which one, used to call them chocolate frogs or just chocolate. Anything there was chocolate, it was chocolate.
Chockit.
Yeah. Can I have chocolate milk? They'd say. It was great.
Oh yeah, I love the chockit.
The girls.
You got a
They're
good
women,
one.
but they're girls. Yes. What do you got?
Girls.
Well, we have a movie called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
And it has a plethora of food. So I was thinking maybe like the Everlasting Gobstopper.
Yes.
That's
a great
good.
sip.
That's the best one too, because it's the most memorable, right? The rest of them are a little bit
Yeah.
like the gum and all that.
I mean, I
don't
know
remember the names.
technically we have gobstoppers in real life, so they're not like fully fiction, but I mean,
Sure.
But it's everlasting.
yeah,
That's
but it's
the fictional
everlasting.
part.
And it was fictional in the movie before the Willy Wonka Candy Company came out with the.
That's true. Movie came
The
first,
real
right? I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. I like it. I like where your head's
All right. Ooh, it tastes like a dinner. I'm tasting steak and potatoes, and there's gravy, and you're turning violet. Violet, show me the everlasting gobstoppers.
at. Yeah. Look
Number
at those
9,
points.
big points right there. 13 total points for us.
I think the reference you were making was for gum, though. She was like chewing gum.
That was the gum.
That was the
I
gum
know.
one.
The everlasting gobstopper they just shoved in their pocket and they used as a bargaining chip with the bad guy.
What's the one that threw Ooter into the tube? Was it just drinking out of the?
It was
Oh
just
no,
the
he just
Chocolate
fell
He was
River.
in.
drinking.
Hooter.
Yeah.
He just fell in. He had
Augustus Gloop is the kid you're thinking of, and
Yeah.
he was just drinking chocolate by the handfuls and fell into the river.
too much chocolate. We'll get you there every time.
Chockit.
All right. So that makes me nervous though because that was so low, but it's also good points. But it makes me nervous
Yeah.
about other ones. All right. What?
What?
When the that's a throwback. What is the? What do they eat in? Oh, that's just feeding them in general. I was thinking of a Gremlins reference. There's nothing special to eat there.
No.
Yeah, just
Just
I don't know. I'm saying nope. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe it could be.
but I don't know.
Who knows?
how about I saw this in the chat. How about Good Burger?
Oh, that's
you know
good.
what?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
throw one to our '90s kids. Good Burger. I like it. Let's
Welcome
do
to
it.
Good Burger. Would you like a Good Burger? Show me Good Burger.
No.
Number 17 in the list.
Aw.
Damn it. That was a good one
So
though.
close,
I
yeah,
liked
so
it.
far.
That was a good one. Yeah.
All right, let's see where these people are going here.
I never look at the chat. I should look at the chat since everyone looks at the chat.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at
I'll
the
help you,
list
but,
here,
Sure.
and I'm thinking we haven't hit. But it's more TV. How about some Romulan ale? Regardless,
Sure.
let's talk about the movies too. Yeah,
And
why not?
in movies as well. Why not? All right, sure. Show me Romulan ale.
Nice.
Number 7. Ooh, we have a tie game. 13 points.
Shit.
Ooh,
Ooh.
just gotta clear the board then.
Still plenty of game to be played. Still 5 answers on the board.
Yeah,
You
we
got plenty
could
to say.
totally do this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People are saying.
Now
People are saying. Well, I don't want to say because you're.
Say, what are they saying?
No,
what are
no,
they saying?
no, no, no. Never
What are they
mind.
saying?
There's one of these really makes sense to me, but it's just I'm trying to decide just how much the tadpole would have veered from movie to TV or not.
Sure.
Because one of them's perfect, but it's not a movie. That's all I'm saying.
No,
Got a
Dunaway.
couple of
I'm not giving you any more
odds and
ideas.
yeah, it's all shows.
I don't.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going with Reptar Bar.
Reptar Bar. Oh, Reptar Bar from.
Reptar. There's. Yep.
Wait, what is that
Get
from?
it. Come on, you go get it.
From like
get it.
Rugrats or something.
There you go. You nailed it, Stephanie. Good job.
What's it from?
Hey,
Rugrats,
90s kid.
the movie.
Oh, Rugrats.
It's a huge part. It's a huge part of the. Is it Goes to Paris? Is that the one that is a huge part in?
Is that
Yeah.
where it's, yeah. Okay. All right. Show me Reptar Bar. Let's just get that out of the way real quick.
Yeah. Brian,
Yeah,
the
that's-
speed at which
yeah.
Brian brought us an X tells you all you need to know about that answer.
Yeah, I could tell. It immediately was like, yeah, let's go ahead and say it.
Exactly.
Nope.
Yeah. That's you want that? That's what you want? All right. Cool.
So there's a lot of talk in here about Slurm, and obviously Futurama never had a theatrical film, but they did have, what, 3
those-
2-hour movies that were
Yeah,
put out
those
on
movies,
DVD,
yeah.
and they were fantastic.
Yeah.
They just break them up into episodes now if you go watch them. But
Right.
Some big ones up here too, though. What are we missing?
Slurm is real good, but it's also very Chocolate Factory adjacent. They were making fun of all that in there. They had Oompa Loompas and everything.
Ooh.
How many strikes do we have?
Oh, shit. Red Link says
Just
my
one, I
favorite
think.
thing. All right.
No, 2.
I want to say Tron Water.
Ooh,
But-
Tron Water.
Because I love Tron Water, but I also think that's a very specific thing to think about with Tron, and I don't know that it's on the list. So Stephanie, help save me from blowing it here with our third strike.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing Tron Water.
Because I don't know what that is.
It's the water they drink in Tron. They get all
Oh,
thirsty.
so it's literally Tron. Okay.
Yeah.
Tron Water.
And we get that new Aries is this year, right?
Yeah, it is.
I'm
Yeah.
excited about that.
Very excited.
I don't need more Leto in my life, but I'm still excited.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Pick something because,
What do you
we're
think?
after 10. Tom's going to want to come in here at some point.
Oh my, you got a
Can we
good point.
circle back to Harry Potter and do like the Bernie Bots every flavored beans
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah. The ones where you get a vomit one once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
Which
that.
is actually supposed to be pizza flavor, by the way. So if you want to be able to stomach one of those, if you think pizza, then it's not as bad.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm gonna try that on the show, and I'm gonna hold you to account if it's bad.
Sure.
All right, let's see it.
Take that.
All
I'll
right.
take on that
All right.
responsibility.
Bernie Bots, every flavor beans is what you're going with?
Yep.
All right. Show me Bernie Bots or Birdie Bots, every flavor beans.
Damn it to hell in a bucket.
Ooh, yeah. Now we're in an interesting place here. You guys are tied. Tie always goes to the winner. So Dunaway, if you flame out here, Stephanie gets the prizes. Otherwise, if you get something, then the only way she can win is if you clear the board.
I don't like that.
So either fail hard and quickly, or do exactly the opposite. And
Well, I feel like I got a
magically get
really
all
good.
of these.
Well, I've been trying to think
Yeah,
of what might be top up there, and I'm trying to think of movies that would feature a lot of food, and I'm like, well, the Hobbits love the shit out of some food. You know, it's like, so is Second Breakfast up there, or do I go with, Limbus bread, or do I go with, it's boiled? What do I go with?
It's not
I'm gonna go
Limbus.
Second Breakfast.
Is that Lambus bread? It's not Limbus, is it? Is it
Limbus.
Limbus with an E.
Oh, is it?
E,
I didn't know that. I
yeah.
thought it was Lambus.
Limbus.
All right.
Did you read the books?
No, well, yeah, but when I was 15, it's been a
Right.
long time.
Right.
All right, going second breakfast. My favorite breakfast is second breakfast. Show me second breakfast. Nope, you succeeded in failing hard quickly.
We
Brian.
tied? Have we ever tied at the end?
No, this is the first time. That's why I had to make up that rule about ties always go to the contestant.
This is a week of firsts. We've had
Yeah.
this with this.
Yeah.
Didn't we do something weird on Monday? Something weird.
You guys had two
Yeah, we had
rounds
all the answers.
where you
Yeah.
picked to the
Different.
two of you picked all three answers.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah, you know what? This is great to end the week like that. Well, to
Yeah.
midweek like that. Yeah, it's awesome.
The game show week. All right, let's look at the rest of these answers here. Number 2, quite a few people said this in the chat. I think Red Fraggle was first. The Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Like getting hit in the face with a brick. You were so close to saying number 4. You just really wanted to do it, and you talked yourself out of it. Number 4 is Slurm. Yep.
Damn it.
Number 5 is was the movie we saw for Film Sack, and it's made out of people.
Soylent Green.
Soylent Green.
Chat room was all about the Soylent Green. I ignored
They were
them.
all about the Soylent Green. Number 8, Brian, you again, you were really close to saying this, but Stephanie's probably glad you didn't. Number 8 is Lembas bread.
Oh, man. I swear Samwise Gamgee says Lambus. I'm going to kick him in the head when I see that actor.
He may have said it like that.
Yeah, he may have said it. Rainbow Bright says we never saw Soylent Green. I could have sworn we've seen Soylent Green.
We have
for-
not.
No, we
for
haven't.
Film
I
Sack.
would love to
You really
watch it,
haven't?
though.
Okay.
No, but it should. I mean, it seems like it's default. So why haven't we? Really?
I guess we saw Omega Man, which was the other Heston movie from that era.
Yeah, the other one that's similar in that
That's
it's
not,
Heston.
That's not Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. Which we have definitely done. So
Yes.
we're close.
Finally, number 10. Love this. This was so great. I had so many different ways of people submitting this drink, but it is Brondo, the Thirsty Mutilator. Brondo has what plants crave, and it's got electrolytes.
I still need to see that.
From
I didn't think about that at
Idiocracy.
all. Yeah.
Or no, I've seen Idiocracy.
That's
What am I
You've seen
thinking of?
Idiocracy.
You've seen it with Film Sack.
Yeah, what
We
am
saw it for
Now
Film
that
Sack.
we've
Yeah.
seen.
Wait, we
No
did it.
way. Baiting.
We did Idiocracy for Film Sack?
Yeah, a
We
long
did,
time ago, years ago.
And then we lived it.
Yeah.
Then we lived it.
And now we're
Yep.
in it now.
Now we're in it. And yeah, exactly.
Wow. What was 11th? What would have gotten us some
11 would have gotten you, Duff Beer would have gotten you an extra
Yeah.
guess.
Hmm.
And then
That was a
really
movie.
quickly going down the list here. Fizzy lifting drinks, number 12, Nuka-Cola, Gray Stuff, Krabby Patties, Spoo from Babylon 5, Cheesy Poofs, Dehydrated Pizza from Back to the Future, Fruity Oaty Bars, Green Milk, which you get right out of the teat, Pepsi Free. You want a Pepsi, you're going to have to pay for it. Roast Beast from The Grinch, Synthahol, White Russians. Those are real, folks. Big Lebowski didn't make that up. Wonka Bars, Alamo Beer, and Dorian Ale, Apollo Bars from Lost, Big Belly Burger, Blood Wine, Bob's Burgers, any of the above.
blood wine, Klingon blood wine, right? Is that what that's from?
Klingon Blood Wine, yep. Booty Sweat from Tropic Thunder, Brontosaurus Ribs from the Flintstones, Bug Bars from Snowpiercer, Chilled Monkey Brains, my favorite, Cornetto Ice Cream, again, that's real, Elsinore Beer from Strange Brew,
Yeah.
Fatty Goat Steak, Fizz,
Oh, nice.
Flaming Moe's, Guns and Brew from Letterkenny, Colorful Goop from Hook. The colorful goop
yeah, but
eat.
they made the pretend, all the
Yeah.
pretend food, yeah.
I remember that.
Klingon Warnog, Kronk's Spinach Puffs.
Oh, man, I haven't thought about
Let's Chips, which appeared in like
Jeez.
100 different TV shows. I don't know if they ever made it into a movie. Lickable Wallpaper, McDowell's,
McDowell's,
Molico Veliket from Clockwork Orange, the milk bar.
Oh, yeah.
Still haven't seen that
movie-
yet.
Movie Meals, Noodles from Blade Runner, Punch Burger, Poplars, Pumpkin Pasties from Harry Potter, Racatino, the red and blue pill from The Matrix. I don't know if I call that food. Roasted pork, salty balls, Sorry and Brandy, Scooby Snack, Snoz Crumbler, Stay Puft Marshmallows, Tasty Wheat, Bao Dumplings from that one little short where the lady eats a bao because it looks like her child. The Water of Life from Dune, the Youth Potion from Death Becomes Her. Somebody's reaching there. True Blood, Veritas Serum, Whatever They Drink in Wally, and Yoda's Stew in Empire.
Oh, that's a good one. It should be higher.
That's a great one, yeah.
That
Yeah,
should be
that's a
higher.
good one.
Yeah. My home this is.
I mean, it's still stew. Stew itself isn't fictional, but whatever was in that, we don't know what was in that is
probably a two-headed lizard like Mad Max Fury
Probably.
Road.
Probably. That's almost guaranteed to be what it is.
Well, here's what I know for sure, that Stephanie has indeed won today's extravaganza. That means you get one of these. Whoops.
Here's a danger.
That's Dan. Hold on.
Congratulations.
And also, we kind of win
Congratulations.
because we tied, and we haven't done that before.
First time.
Yeah.
Good job.
I mean, neither of you lost, really, is what we can take away from this.
Yep. Steph, watch for your codes. They're incoming. Thank you for being with us. Hope you enjoyed yourself.
Oh, I sure did. And I might be seeing you guys at Vegas.
Oh, that would be great. Just look for bring your favorite mobile game. All right, that'd be great. See you later.
Bring your favorite mermaid tail swim in the plaza pool
With a Spider-Man outfit. All right. Hey, Dunaway, you were great, and you'll be great again on Friday when we meet up and do yet another Play Retro. And this is an exciting week because we're getting into what? Remind people.
XCOM UFO Defense and XCOM Terror from the Deep, which I never played either of the first two. So here we go.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
DOSBox, baby. Get that going.
Or the PS1.
Yeah, that's true. The PS1 version was all right. I think that's how I'm going to play. Is the PS1?
It's a good choice.
Just
It's
easier
a little slower.
Easier to emulate, but it is slow. It's like playing Diablo on PS1. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll be doing that on Friday, 1:30. Go check out the details at frogpants.com/playretro. Kiss my butt. Oh, he didn't get it out. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom will be here. I've been texting him, so he knows we're late. So he'll show up, talk about some tech stuff, and then we got recommendals after that, so stick around.
Yeah.
Brian, what song do you have for us?
Tidal Bomb. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Sabrina Teitelbaum. No, not Mendelbaum. Sabrina Teitelbaum, but she goes by the name Blonde Shell. This album is awesome. The upcoming album is called If You Asked for a Picture. Comes out May 2nd via Partisan Records. This is the first single from it. I'm going to give you the heads up that it does contain some adulty themes, but is this is such a great song. The song is called TNA. You can pretty much take from that what you will, but it's fantastic. Here is Blonde Shell and TNA.
Who was that?
Some stranger. He said Donnie's mom was hurt. I didn't know if I should go with him.
Well, just don't do what a stranger says. Check it out with an adult you know. Remember, a stranger
Can mean danger. Now I know.
and knowing is half the battle.
If I get a splinter, mom gives me a cookie. If I spin my knee, she gives me some cake.
And we're back. I wish I got cake for a Splinter. Anyway.
I know, me too. I'd go get a Splinter right now if it guaranteed me
Hell
cake.
yeah. Hey, Brian, who was that one more time, please?
That is Blonde Shell, BLONDSHELL. Her brand new album comes out May 2nd. It's called If You Asked for a Picture. That is the first single. It's called TNA, and it's excellent. That is Blonde Shell.
Nice. I like to play with words there. Blonde shell, like bombshell.
Blonde Shell, like blonde bombshell.
Blonde bombshell.
Just shorten it.
Check this out, y'all.
Isn't technology wonderful?
It certainly is, and it's more wonderful when Tom Merritt is here to talk about said technology. He is back from Vegas, unscathed, I hope, from any fires or anything. Tom, how you doing?
I am unscathed, thank you. Yes,
good.
I'm very grateful to be so.
Good. That was probably a little intense, though, while you're trying to work in Vegas and you're just hearing all this stuff about home. And
think of his home.
Yeah, the two most intense experiences were Wednesday when I was in Vegas and the fires were breaking out. Eileen was, I were like constantly texting, and she was like, I think I'm going to go check into a hotel just to be safe. And I was very supportive of that, if just for mental health reasons, if nothing else. Yeah. And then Friday, after I was back, is when the fire turned towards us. And our vet, which is only, like a 10-minute drive away from us, got put in a evacuation warning zone. And they ended up having to evacuate, and we weren't sure if it was going to creep any farther to us. My neighbor was very dismissive. He's like, we're in the flats, we're fine. But, it was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it did not. The firefighters have done a fantastic job. The winds overnight, last night were a big concern and throughout today, but they don't seem to be reaching the top speeds that was feared. They're also pointing in the right direction. If they are blowing, they're blowing the fire into places that were already burned, so there's no fuel for it to expand, or blowing right into the ocean. And then this evening, they're supposed to shift to be onshore winds, so coming off the sea, bringing in some humidity, bringing in some cooler temps. I tell you what, man, it's been nerve-wracking, but in the end, we are very blessed to be okay. Not everybody we know is, and it's it's one of those things where you do what you can to help out with folks. I know some people in the DTNS community reached out, and I was like, I don't need any help, but here's someone who does, and many of them were able to help, and it was there were some tears from folks who needed that help, and it was very much appreciated.
Well,
so
that's good.
It's been a thing. I'll tell you what.
That is a lot, man. I it's like hurricanes anywhere else, or just like when these things happen,
Tornadoes,
and they happen big.
blizzards, yep, all of that stuff.
People have to deal. It's hard.
I can't repeat enough, and I apologize if you've heard me go on about this in other venues, but we switched from relying on social networks for information to relying on local news for information to relying directly on CAL FIRE for information, and every switch made us feel less nervous and more well-informed. The local news is very good when something is happening. Big congratulations to the coverage from KCAL and KTLA specifically, which is what I was relying on. On Friday, when things were moving fast, they were on the scene. They were giving good information, talking to people that needed it. And in the intervening time, when we're like, we just want to know where the status is, CAL FIRE has been doing 3 YouTube streams a day, including streaming the actual briefing for the firefighters that are going on shift in the morning. So you're able to see what those firefighters are seeing when we're being briefed on, like, here's the status, here's where we're going. They don't sugarcoat things, but they also aren't trying to fearmonger either. They're not trying to go for clicks. Right. So it's been amazing to be able to get that kind of information directly. Wouldn't have ever been able to get that, years ago. And Eileen and I are all up to speed on what slop is, and spotting, and direct lines, and hand lines, and we've really we've really increased
education you didn't want, but you're getting.
We've really increased knowledge in areas we didn't necessarily think we would need to get to. But big tip of the hat to CAL FIRE for doing that and answering questions and providing that. It's incredibly reassuring. We're fans of Christian Litz. He's one of the CAL FIRE commanders who does a great job. The whole team that does the communications does a great job. And I would recommend, go to the source. And I would recommend sources of information provide this kind of information, because it's been incredibly helpful and reassuring. And I wouldn't have known to look for it as fast anyway if it wasn't for Watch Duty, which is a nonprofit app that just provides information curated by experts that they get to volunteer to help them. So, it's a whole thing that I think shows that technology can, in fact, be used for good. And it takes a combination of people doing it on the provision end and you selecting the good information on your end.
And it's also a reminder that you may currently, in a non-emergency situation, you might think that going to X or going to Instagram or something might be the best way to go because you just haven't had to deal with it. But when it happens, it's good to be reminded that there are perhaps other avenues you could explore.
I don't want to be too heavy-handed about social media platforms because there is some good information. The problem is there's a lot of other information you have to wade through to get to it. Those platforms are entertainment that have some information sources among them. And TikTok and Instagram and all of that. So there's some good uses for it, but you have to be careful because you can get caught up in people doing it. Now, there's people doing it maliciously, but there's also plenty of people that are just doing it out of the, what they think of as a pure motivation, but they're not good at it, or they're providing misinformation, or they're accidentally,
they don't know because they haven't checked those sources themselves, and they're just replaying bad information.
And that's not to say there's not some people out there that are very good doing it independently as well. It's just, it's kind of hard to find those people and vet them amongst the other people.
Yeah. And you're in a crowded room where everyone's yelling other things.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
two of the 100 people yelling may be yelling very accurate, excellent, helpful information that you wouldn't get anywhere else, but it's kind of hard to hear them.
Yeah. Truth. Well, that aside, big thing to be aside.
Let's talk about TikTok.
Let's talk about TikTok getting banned. Actually, I was going to ask if that's imminent, if it's happening. What, the 19th is the date, I think?
Yeah, this Sunday, the 19th, is when the law kicks in. As I am at pains to repeat, the law only requires app stores to block distribution of the app. So Apple and Google can no longer list TikTok in the U.S. when this law kicks in, if it kicks in on Sunday. Reuters saying that ByteDance is telling them, we're just going to shut it off in the U.S. They don't have to shut it off, but they're just gonna. I guess it's cheaper. Maybe they want to make a point. Not sure. ByteDance also apparently, according to Reuters, telling their employees, don't worry, we've got a plan. Stick with us. Let's see. Our offices will remain open even if the situation hasn't been resolved before the 19th. So they obviously think they've got a future in which they can pay these people for something. I don't know if it's we'll shut it down on the 19th and hope the incoming administration gives us a reprieve and we can turn it back on. If it's you're all now working on Lemonade, our alternative app. It's hard to say, but it's coming on Sunday, and possibly later today on Wednesday we'll know what the Supreme Court thinks. But all indications are the Supreme Court is not going to issue a stay and not going to rule in ByteDance's favor. I think there's more chance of them issuing a stay than ruling in ByteDance's favor. But if they don't do either of those things, then we're just waiting to see what happens on Sunday.
Do you think there's a chance that I don't know what the mindset on the Supreme Court is of stuff like this, so I don't know what they would say. But is it better for them to just from their standpoint, should they just not say anything? It's like, is that the better thing, to just sit back and go, you all want us to rule, but we're just going to sit and watch this happen? Or if they get involved, is that a problem? You know what I mean? Like, is it better for them just not get involved?
If that was their stance, they wouldn't have heard the case. Is my thinking.
Okay.
They would have just declined to rule, and that would have let the lower court stand. They think there's something important they can say. Now, that something important may have nothing to do with giving ByteDance a reprieve. It may be to, affix some constitutional principle on free speech into the ruling, even if it goes against ByteDance. A lot of the questioning was around, you're a Chinese company, and yes, there is precedent that foreign companies can have free speech rights, but I think this security situation here with Congress outweighs that. Why should we not defer to Congress on this is what they were asking. And the experts seem to think that ByteDance didn't make a convincing enough argument that there is no security concern, or that there is little enough security concern that the Supreme Court should not defer to Congress's determination that there was. So that's what they're going to rule on is this idea that, yes, you might have a free speech right as a foreign company, but if the Congress says you're a security risk, it's not the Supreme Court's job to say it's not, unless you can prove that the Congress was wrong or that the Congress determined it in an unconstitutional fashion. And I don't think they can prove either one of those things. So the Supreme Court wants to rule on that. The question is whether they want more time to rule, and whether they think that it's worth, giving ByteDance a reprieve while they rule. If they're all fairly certain they're going to rule against ByteDance, they might not want to give the stay.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, I guess.
You're calling me right now on my phone.
Am I? How am I doing that?
It just started ringing for Discord audio.
Discord audio. I was like, my phone is? Like my phone. I was like, how the hell is that happen? Sitting over there somewhere. That's weird. That shouldn't do that.
I'm talking to him on Discord right now. I don't know what
I'm answering.
Sometimes I've noticed that sometimes the mobile app is a little funky that way.
Yeah, it's just a little laggy.
I don't know what's going on there. Well, as we get closer, you'll find out, and plenty of great commentary that really does sort of stick to the commentary around the issues with this thing, then you should be listening to DTNS because that's the best place for it. Tom, besides this and other stories today, is there anything you have going on that you'd like to mention?
There is more DTNS than ever before. We have 2 versions now because we identified that people in the audience that had a complaint were in 2 groups. One group was like, we want more discussions. We want the discussions to not have a clock on them. We want you guys to put more personality in it. We love the live aspect. So we created DTNS Live to continue what DTNS does, but more so. So DTNS Live is a new feed if it's on the public feed, although if you're on Patreon, you should get that. We're having some bugs on Patreon right now. I've been posting about those as well. But DTNS Live, you have to add, and that is what you've come to know as DTNS, but with more discussion, more time for the discussion. We just launched DTNS Briefing this week. Me and Jason Howell, Jen Cutter, Huentui Dow, Rob Dunwood, all doing the focused 30 minutes. If you're like, I just need to know what's happening. I need the analysis. I need to know the context around it. I don't need as much of that discussion because there were some people saying the discussions go on too long as it is. So that's DTNS Briefing, Daily Tech News Show. That's in the existing Daily Tech News Show public feed. So you can go add DTNS Live if you want that flavor of show. Keep DTNS if you like that flavor of show. You can do both. You can do neither, but I'd prefer you do one of them.
Yeah, pick one, pick a lane, or pick both lanes.
Yeah.
Right.
And in this particular scenario, the metaphor breaks down because if you're taking 2 lanes on the highway, you get arrested for that. But here, it's encouraged.
Yeah.
It's encouraged.
You can, this is a place where you can flaunt what would have been the law were you in a car.
That's right. I will be I'll be on there today. I'm excited because it's been a while.
Yeah.
E3 and the holidays kind of messed up Wednesdays for a bit. Wednesdays happen to be both holidays, CES, all that. So I'm going to feel like a stranger today, but I'm excited to get back on there. So watch for that. It's going to be awesome.
It's good to get you back. And while we were at CES, I caught up with KT Data. We were talking all about TMS Vegas. I've been chatting with folks about that, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be great. As always, Tom Merritt, everybody. You know him, you love him. He's Ace Detect on all the socials. So if you want to get good information on your social media, Tom's a good follow. Tom, have a fantastic day, and we'll see you later.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye now.
See ya. Bye.
Bye. Bye. All right. Who now? What this? Oh, Randy coming in.
Randy and Nicole.
Oh, I thought she was at a appointment or something.
She said yes here right before that stuff. So I think she is here. And
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I thought she's at the. Okay, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
She said something like she took him.
I know. But before that, she said, I believe Nicole and Mark aren't going to be here this morning. She said, yes, here. So, and she was in chat earlier.
Or she's saying, yes, I'm here at the hospital is what I took. But maybe you're right. Let's give her a shot. Let's add her to the call.
Let's give her a shot.
Yeah, let's give her a shot. If anyone deserves a shot, it's Nicole.
She says, I'm here. Call me.
Okay, good. Fantastic. That makes me happy. I assume it's last week's recommend. We'll find out as we head into the weeds here.
Well, what do you recommend?
She held hard to her recommendal, which is good because we're here to talk about things we've seen on streaming services and then recommend them to you fine folks at home. We welcome to the program Nicole Spagnolo. Hello, Nicole.
Is my audio okay?
Yeah, you sound all right.
Sounds great. Yeah, you sound fantastic.
Are you?
Sure.
Where are you now? Are you home?
I'm in the basement. Mark is sleeping upstairs, and Mateo is sleeping in his room.
Oh.
Mateo stayed up for 24 hours.
Jeez.
For a really, this boy doesn't sleep. I think I've been saying this since he was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, his first EEG, nothing. They're like, he's fine. I'm like, bullshit. So it's been a very long time since I've talked with you. I was actually going back through the last time we talked was on December 18th.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Right?
Wow. Yeah.
I'm going to be very transparent and honest because I know there are people listening who go through chronic illness. And I'll be honest, for the last 2 years, I've been really, 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 really sick.
Yeah.
And my mantra in my brain every day was, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah.
And on the December 17th, I was finally diagnosed properly. And I have an autoimmune disease genetically that a combination of strep and COVID and a whole bunch of other stuff caused me to have autoimmune encephalitis, which now I have prefrontal lobe epilepsy.
Jeez.
Oh, geez.
That's hardcore.
I am epileptic. I have focal. They're called focal seizures, and the reason why I'm telling you all this is because movies and TV shows have kind of ruined me on what I think seizures are. Right?
Yeah, they all get it wrong. None of them get it right. They're all
right.
wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
And in fact, I was talking to my neurologist about it, and she's like, "That's why I don't watch any of those shows."
No, we
So
did.
you need to be careful now with flashing lights and things like that.
No,
Like,
flashing
yours
lights
is not triggered by yours is not.
No, it doesn't seem to be triggered by lights. For me, lack of sleep and anxiety, stress, things like that. So, and then as my doctor's telling me this, I was like, "You're describing my son too," and she says, "Oh yes, it's hereditary."
Oh, great.
And so Mateo is now with her and going through the process, and I'm moving so fast because about 5 days into my seizure medication, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm me.
Oh, good. Wow. So that quickly you noticed a difference. That's awesome.
Yeah, the thing about focal seizures too. Yeah.
So I have to be really strict with my sleep.
Yeah.
So I can't drink or any of that stuff. So I'm going to try to come to TMS Vegas.
Oh, good.
But around 8:00, I might be like, "Peace out, everybody."
Yeah,
I'm going to bed.
Totally fine. We will take you any way that we can get you there. I'd love it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So let me ask you this about the focal seizures. The same thing was true of Tay when she had them when she was like 13. It was it would be stress, lack of sleep, anxiety. Those would kick it off. And sometimes they were so severe that she would go blind for a minute, and she would have she would be having the quote unquote fit that you have that they always show on TV, but she'd be conscious through the whole thing. But then there'd be other times where it was just like this weird buzz, and she just kind of would know it was happening, but nobody else around her could tell. Is that kind of where you're at right now with
I'll find myself kind of like staring off into space.
Yeah.
But my quote unquote tics were not tics. They were misdiagnosed. They were seizures. So I was having hundreds of those a day.
Jeez.
Very aware all the time. Which is why I was like, because when she told me seizures and epilepsy, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah, you're like, I've seen ER. I know how that's supposed to work.
Right.
They don't work like that at all, it turns out.
No.
So unfortunately, I did what I could to get by. I experienced an amazing amount of gaslighting by well-intentioned doctors. Zoloft helped a little bit, kind of, turned the dial down to make me somewhat functional. I've learned a lot about my preconceived notions of asking for help. I go to therapy now. I'm all about, for me, with medicine, I have to be really low and slow is my motto. Low and slow. So, you guys have been on this journey with me, and I know there's been times where you're like, feel better. I'm like, I'm trying.
Yeah. Years we've been watching you struggle with this and make special doctor trips and make special, visits and things like that. And so I'm glad that you finally have.
It's really hard because nothing. The hardest part is when you're a friend. When we're your friend, it's very hard to know what to do, right? We don't know how to do anything. It's not as simple as like, can we bring you dinner? Well, you live in Missouri. All right, how about not that?
But do you know what? This was therapy for me. So me talking to you every week, laughing helps. Keeping my mind off. So the funny thing about for me and Mateo for focal seizures, so me trying to keep Mateo from having seizures this morning, because he was having tons because of not sleeping for 24 hours.
Yeah.
I put on Weird Al Yankovic. And we just listened to Weird Al for an hour.
Awesome.
And he's laughing and it settles down. So, and that's why I couldn't watch a lot of intense movies, which is why I'm really, really excited to talk about the movie today, because I don't think I would have been able to watch it prior. Because one of the things with epilepsy, this particular type of epilepsy, is that my mood stabilization was all over the place. I mean, happy, sad, happy, almost bipolar of sorts.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So, and I couldn't handle scary. I mean, you remember all that. So, super sad. I stayed away from. I could only deal with happy. So the fact that I'm recommending something that made me cry, it makes me really happy.
Yeah.
So,
well, knowing what I know about what you're recommending, it has a special way of being both things at once. It's like
right. Yes,
hard to
totally.
Explain why it's so good at what it does, but it's very good at that.
Yes. I'm so happy to be here, and I just wanted to catch you up, and I know people have reached out to me individually and, saying thank you for talking about mental health, and it's funny because I just think I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
you forget there's an audience out there listening every day. It's like 30,000 people are all like, oh my gosh.
My mom could listen to this. So yeah, I just want to just say, if you're struggling, hold on, keep trying, and keep trying. Tell yourself,
keep at it.
Try and keep at it.
Yeah,
your fortitude has been admirable these last several years, and keep you're working and getting a different diagnosis from every doctor, and then finally getting it nailed down.
And now that I feel 100%, you can't stop me with Mateo.
Good.
Like,
excellent.
I'm like, boom, we got the EKG, we got the EEG, and give me my MRI. And
yeah,
like, let's go. That boy gave 9 vials of blood yesterday.
Yeah.
You just said you were at 100%. That's remarkable.
That's wonderful.
Yes, I am at 100%.
That's great.
Awesome.
As long as you sleep, I mean.
Yeah. I don't know the last time I felt 100%.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I find myself kind of being, Mateo would call me a goober, but I'm like, I'm happy. I'm like, oh my God, why? I'm just happy.
Yeah, it sucks having a chunk of time where you weren't and you didn't know why,
I forgot who I was.
Yeah.
Like, when it happened, I was like, oh, I was really sick.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to know. I mean, yeah, so.
Well, I am very, very glad to hear it.
In the last 2 years of my life.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. We're glad to have been here for it, and we'll continue to be.
Yeah, you're huge.
Hey, Randy, welcome to the show, too. How are you doing today? You doing all right?
Good morning stream. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I am outside of the huge smokestack that we can see to the north on the horizon.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that it's not getting to us. It's just not as visible here.
How's your air quality overall? Kind of sucky?
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah. And what's really, really weird is like coworkers who live up in Los Angeles, they drive to work, and I park my car in the parking lot and I see their car. And it's like, even driving that far, it doesn't knock all the ash off of your car.
Clear all the ash off. Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
intense. Well, everybody breathe easy for at least the next little bit while we talk about stuff we like on streaming services, so you can all go home and watch some cool stuff. And we're going to start with Brian Ibbett. Brian, tell me about your clip before I hit play.
Yeah, this is a movie, just came out, and Gotcha, and I loved it. And you're going to hear a couple of recognizable voices in here, including Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
We haven't heard him since Dark City.
Dark City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Justin, what's going on?
I need a lawyer.
Okay. Give me $1. I'm not joking. That gives us attorney-client privilege. Take a seat.
So I went to clear my head and found myself at Rowdy's hideaway. Ordered a drink and sat there for a while. Then I got up and left. I got to the car. It was raining. I turned back onto Old Quarry. I went about a quarter of a mile, and I hit something. I got out the car and I looked around. I checked. I didn't see anything, and I figured it was a deer that ran off. And then I got back in the car and went home.
Okay, what's the problem?
I got called for jury duty. The Kendall Carter case. They found her body in a creek bed about a quarter mile from Rowdy's Hideaway last October.
What are you telling me?
Maybe I didn't hit a deer.
Man, he's getting good at the English accent or the American accent.
The American accent, he is, yeah. Nicholas Hoult right there in a brand new film from Clint Eastwood, directed by Clint Eastwood, called Juror No. 2. Not the rural juror, but Juror No. 2. Ask for it by name. Currently on Max. And this you kind of get the gist of it there. That's all in the trailer, so no spoilers there. But yeah, Nicholas Hoult is called into jury duty for a case, and it turns out that he might be connected to the thing that the situation that's on trial in the case, even though he thought it was some sort of throwaway incident when he experienced it. It takes place in Savannah, Georgia. So seeing some of the exteriors and stuff harkens back to TMS Tadpool Meetup Southeast, which was a blast. There's you also get Toni Collette in here, and a very, very quick role from J.K. Simmons, who almost becomes a little bit of a chick in the bucket, but I'll let you see it and see if you see what you think of that.
Did you say chick in the bucket?
Yeah, you don't listen to
Chick in
Film
the
Sack.
Bucket.
It's a Film Sack thing. Yeah. It's a little
Basically
reference.
a character that's introduced that you think is going to have a lot of influence later on in the film and disappears.
Yeah.
Oh,
For no reason. It comes from a girl that was in an actual bucket in Wild Wild West with Will Smith. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
So this is like our first year of the show, and it just
perfect.
locked in and
Yes,
never changed.
Chick in the bucket.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, things. I'm not going to say twist ending, anything like that, but I'm going to say that you kind of, from the trailer and from the description, a little clip you heard right there, you kind of think you know how things are going to go, and it goes in a very different direction than you'd expect. And I really, really like how it's how it progresses.
So strong
Very-
strong direction from 94-year-old Clint Eastwood, do you think? Doing all right
Very
still?
strong direction. Who knows how involved he was. I'm sure he's in there and say, "Yeah, let's take that one again."
I mean, I have no idea. I assume he's still, the
So
guy
much
in
of this
charge.
falls on the shoulders of Holt and J.K. Simmons and Toni Collette and very briefly Kiefer Sutherland. But it's really, really good. So Juror No. 2 currently on Max and 100% worth your time.
All right, I want to see it. I like him. He's my war boy number 1.
He's great.
All right, let's get to Nicole's recommendation. We've been holding it over for a while. Get it?
I will just say, based on everything that I've talked prior, I missed all of 2023. So this is a movie that came out in 2023. Totally missed it. It is on Amazon Prime. I also missed Deep Rock Galactic, the video game. And
That's so
that
good.
came out in 2023, and it is my new obsession at the moment with my son. We love it so much.
Yeah.
Nice.
So if any of you still play Deep Rock Galactic, look me up on PlayStation. Neolodin, that's my name.
That game is amazing.
Anyway.
I played it with John and Bo till our eyes bled. It's a fantastic game.
Oh my God.
So good.
We love it so much. And I'm like, how did I miss that? Well, now I know why I missed it. So,
Can you play it on a
this-
Steam Deck is the important question.
Yes, you can.
What's that?
You can play
Excellent.
it on
Can
Steam.
you?
Yeah,
Can you? Does it? Is it cross-platform?
It is. I'm not sure about
I don't know about
cross-platform. It's not. It's not on.
PlayStation.
It's not on PS5 at all. But it is on Xbox, so you probably
Yeah.
go back and forth.
Yeah,
there.
we do it on a PlayStation. So you can have up to 4 people. It's me, Mark, Mateo, and his uncle.
Wait, it is on PlayStation? I thought it wasn't on PlayStation. That's cool.
We're playing it on PlayStation.
Oh, that must have.
So-
They must have done a more recent release. I had no idea. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love it. It was on sale and I grabbed it. Anyway, so yeah, 2023, apparently a lot of stuff happened that I missed. So I'm going back through, and this movie for me, it's not a Christmas movie, but it's around Christmas, and it's wonderful, and I loved it. And yeah, it's a comedy drama. There you go.
It's amazing.
Play the clip. I don't even know what you're going to
I'm going to play the damn clip. Here we go.
I have a surprise. These were a gift to me, and I would like to share them with both of you. Look at them. Look at all the festive shapes. Snowflakes and gingerbread men, a tree, this little mitten.
May I go to the bathroom, sir?
You may.
Oh, man, I love that scene. That's why I picked that one. Tell us about the Holdovers. We've talked about it on the show briefly. I don't think we've ever done a proper recommender because Brian first saw it, I think, in theaters, then I saw it later, and so we never really gave it its proper due. So,
but it never. I mean, is it new to streaming?
I think it was up last year.
Last year, early last year.
Yeah,
but it's never been recommendal.
I don't think so. No,
I don't think so. No.
So so it's called The Holdovers. Paul Giamatti is he's a teacher at a private school. So it's like they're like middle school, high school kids, right? And the Holdovers are the kids, and it's a prestigious school too. The kids that basically get left there because their parents won't pick them up, have other stuff to do, things like that. And so this is a story. Initially, it starts out as like 5 or 6 kids, and then it boils down to one kid in particular, and that's the actor Dominic Sessa, who plays Tully. It's really a story about Paul Giamatti's character, who is kind of stuck in the past. He suffers from depression and the weird family that kind of is created by being stuck in this difficult situation. There's so much heart to it. I loved the whole storyline. It was beautiful. It was just a great story.
Yep. Wonderful movie. The side stories with, I forget her name, who played
the woman. Yeah,
love her.
God, she is so good.
Mary. Are you talking about Mary?
Yeah. Divine Joy Randolph, who I think got the supporting actress.
She did. She did win, right?
So good.
Yeah, I know she was nominated.
So.
I think she won too.
Definitely nominated. Yeah.
Terry Preston is in it.
It reminds me of the Robin Williams Captain My Captain, Dead Poet Society.
Yeah. And a little bit of Scent of a Woman too. The
just the vibe. I don't know if it's because those things are all set in a slightly different time period. This one's in the late 70s.
What is this? Is this the 70s? Yeah, this is the 70s.
Yeah. Late. In fact, isn't it? It's the new year they have is 79, I think. And
no, it says it's set in 1970.
Oh, it's 69 to 70. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so even older than I thought. But yeah, you're right about the heart. There's just like a vibe. I love it. I plan to see it every year. He's so good.
Is such a weird actor. Like I hate him. I love him all at the same time.
You hate some of the characters that he plays, but you love him.
Just like he's such a character.
Maybe you hate him. I don't know. Maybe.
No. I don't hate him. That's strong. I'm just like I'm disgusted by him as an actor. But he
what?
That's so much better than you hate him.
Yeah.
Like he's in this movie. He smells. He's gross.
Yeah.
He
knows it.
Hateful characters, disgusting hateful characters.
And he's such a good actor that you're like, ew.
Yeah.
But then I love him.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. That's a terrible way of describing it.
Like the movie is about.
I find him disgusting as an actor, but man, I love him.
Yeah, he does this thing that the movie is supposed to be a coming of age story for multiple people, and primarily you think it's for the young kid, and it is, but it isn't. It's for him too.
Right.
It's this moment of like realization in his older years. of who he really is and what he wants to be and what he's going to stand up for. Like that whole final bit is really powerful. Like that freaking movie, dude. I think it's I really like all his movies, all of forgot the director's name.
Alexander Payne
movies. They're all good, but I think this might have creeped right up to the top for me.
Alexander Payne has become the director for whom movie lovers all have a different favorite movie. Like there's like 7 movies now. If you ask movie lovers, what's your favorite Alexander Payne movie? They name something different.
Nebraska,
it's kind of remarkable.
or Election, or Sideways, or
Dude, Nebraska's awesome. Holy
Nebraska's so good. It's hard. Yeah,
that's a hard. These two are sitting in the same seat for me. Those 2 movies.
Yeah,
I love them. Anyway,
probably one of my favorite scenes of the Holdovers is the fact that they address his lazy eye.
Yep.
Right?
The one he actually has in real life,
He actually has in real life.
Yeah.
And then as that happened, I'm like, I wonder if they purposely wrote that into this. Like, I wonder how all that kind of what goes down. Was it like ad-libbed, or was it in the script and they knew Paul Giamatti was going to be the guy?
No, I think he's wearing contacts.
I thought he had a lazy
Paul
eye.
Giamatti doesn't have. No, according to the Wikipedia, it's special effects. To create the illusion that Paul Giamatti had this condition, the makeup and effects artist was hired to create special hand-painted soft contact lenses for the actor.
Oh, wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This feels like the Mandela effect, because I thought he had a lazy eye forever.
Mandela. That's even better than Mandela. Mandela.
The name of the effect needs to change. That's the ultimate meta.
So I think Brian's right. The eye he has a higher eye, like a lot of us do. We're not really symmetrical.
He does have,
I think that's what was throwing me.
He is asymmetrical.
So I thought I also thought it was real, but I guess not.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was such. I think he talked on Stern about how. Oh my gosh, we're gonna go right into his eye on the stream. Yeah. He talked on Stern about having to wear that horrible contact lens, and he basically was blind out of that eye while he was filming because it was opaque.
Well, it made it even better.
In American Splendor, he doesn't have a lazy eye in American Splendor.
No, unless he had those special contact lenses there too.
Here it is. You can see the difference. He's got. Oh, hold on. I can send you guys video. Hold on.
One of my symptoms is I have a really bad memory now.
Well, no, I mean that just goes to show you how well done the special effects were on that. Like it's enough to make you think that he looked like that the entire time.
That thing is gnarly. Look at it, the way it lifts the eye up. Yeah. Holy shit. All right. Well, we've learned a little something today about Paul Giamatti.
We did.
He's not as gnarly looking as we have attributed him.
Do you like him even more now, Nicole?
Do
you like him more and hate him less?
You find him less disgusting than you did?
Everything. I don't hate him.
I know. I'm just playing off of what you said.
Talking about him just being really good at his craft.
Yeah.
At me, really.
Yes.
He is
within this movie.
He is one of the great character actors of our lifetime. Like I love him. Yeah. So I will see anything he's in. So. But you're right about the stuff he plays. He's smarmy and squirmy and weird and creepy sometimes. I mean, he's all those things in everything he's in, and he's made a hell of a career out of that. So congrats to him.
Has he ever played like Stanley Tucci in Lovely Bones? He was just an awful person.
I would argue. Well, I mean, what was he in Spider-Man? Brian, he was the
Rhino.
The Rhino. I guess that counts, kinda.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
Kind of.
There's others.
Well, that was the Garfield Spider-Man era. So.
Oh, he's a complete ass in the movie, the Howard Stern movie,
Sideways. Oh yeah. He's pig vomit.
Like he plays a killer, like a
like a murderer.
Like a murderer, yeah.
Not in the Howard Stern movie.
No, definitely not.
No, I don't know. I can't think of anything. He was a boxing coach in Cinderella Man. He was good in that.
His movies, and I don't think he's ever
he killed the Merlot. He single-handedly killed people drinking Merlot in Sideways.
That's true.
Just say, Nicole, we don't know.
He was in Billions. He was mean. He was a billionaire in Billions. You could argue all billionaires kill people by existing.
Right.
So that works. I think that's fine.
Saying he would
know.
be a really good actor in like a Stephen King movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Totally would.
I agree.
Yeah, that would be great.
Like
thank you,
the
Stephanie.
movie The Illusionist.
The answer is no.
The answer is no.
Oh, he plays Drek in Ratchet and Clank. He definitely killed people in that video game.
Oh,
So
there
there's
you
that.
go. Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I know. I know what you mean. All right. Well, that's awesome. Go see it, you guys. This is streaming where again? Prime? Where is it?
Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, 100% a movie. I think it's a Prime paid for deal. Like Prime.
I think
purchased
so. I
it.
think they'll have it, but don't wait on it. Go watch it.
No, and I don't even think it needs to be Christmas when you see it. I save it for this time of year,
not
but
at
see it
all.
whenever you want. It's so good.
Yeah,
Not at
watch it while it's wintertime. While it's cold outside, fits.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be Christmas.
It's very, very good. All right, Randy.
As
go ahead.
I've said repeatedly, I took a bunch of movies and TV shows to Canada to potentially watch with my in-laws, and they veto things like that. I don't want to watch Elf again this year or whatever, and they vetoed the Holdovers hard. And I was just like,
really?
I was just like, what is wrong with this movie? It did not connect with them. They're 70-something Canadians, and they were just like disliked that movie.
Boo!
Wow.
Boo! No more poutine for me. Forget it. I'm not putting gravy on my French fries for the rest of my life. All right, Randy. Let's.
Do you like it, Randy? You
of
liked
course,
it, right?
and I think we're on a streak right now. I'm about to recommend something that is in the 90s on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm hoping that Scott's going to close us out with that. So there's a TV show. Brian here recommended it about a year and a half ago, and then we got a part two recently, and you're going to hear a bunch of different people talking in this clip, just so you know. This is not the same two people. I ran through a bunch of different people because I was trying to find non-spoilers, and I did, but it's a little bit of a confusing clip.
All right, here you go.
So, the old lady I heard screaming earlier?
That was my dad, yes.
That tracks. See ya.
Sweetie, what you doing?
I just like watching her drink.
Stalking the neighbor. Got it. Oh, Derek, I need you on perp patrol.
Okay, bud. We can do this. We can live near a girl and not make it weird.
Okay, give me the update.
You're gonna be so proud of me. I haven't bonked Jimmy in like 3 days. Mind you, the first 2 days I was out of town, and on the third day I had some low-grade diarrhea I was kind of concerned about.
Well, it still counts. Do you want to do your little affirmation?
I do not, but make me say it anyway.
Do it, you tall, slutty coward.
Wow. Okay, Jimmy's not ready for anything real. It's an uneven dynamic, and it's like not healthy for me.
Amen.
It's just really hard because I got him this shampoo that makes his hair smell like pine tree, and it kind of makes my cooch whistle.
No, I get it.
This is by the way, dramedy is
I guess
the genre.
carry over that not safe for work warning from the Indie in the Middle song to the end of the words cooch whistle.
Oh, I love it.
But did you notice that I didn't capture any F words?
No,
I know.
I'm impressed.
I'm amazed with this show. Yeah, because there's a lot. Yeah.
Well done.
And by the way, I have been watching. This is Shrinking. Shrinking has a season 2. I have been watching it with my kid, and he's 15 now. And I have a challenge for every episode of this show to not get into hard R sex talk, and they just can't help themselves. They constantly.
It's all very euphemism-y. I mean, that was a good example right there. Like it's even Jason Segel. It's all done very subtly. So I think you can get away with a 15-year-old watching this.
There are so many things I want to say about this show, and if you haven't watched it yet, please hurry up. It's one of the best things on TV of all time. It's like, do you remember when Veep got into like their 3rd and 4th seasons, and you're like, oh, it's not only one of the best things on TV now, this is like one of the best things that's ever been made. Yeah. It is so funny. It's so heartwarming. And it's so borderline realistic. And I think that's really, really important. Like, if this was a very realistic show, you would just be watching people go to work and you'd be bored out of your mind. it's rooted in the reality of what these people are experiencing, being psychiatrists, and what all the people around them are experiencing. This is a Brett Goldstein influenced or produced show, and Brett Goldstein is your Roy Kent, right?
Right,
And
Roy Kent, yeah, very different role for
and so like
Goldstein in this.
But like when you recommended the entire first season, right? There was no Roy Kent, and at the end of it, I was saying, I wonder when Brett Goldstein's going to insert himself into this show.
And boy, did
and in
he.
season 2, he does.
Oh my God!
Wait a minute.
And he takes the hardest role.
Are they a psychiatrist or a psychologist?
Oh, all of them? Well, there's a bunch of them, right?
No.
We're not
Here's what
really.
I learned.
They're behavioral therapists.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do they write prescriptions for drugs?
That'd be psychiatrist, and no, they are not.
That's a psychiatrist.
And I don't know that we ever really go that deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the funny thing. I'm 48 years old. I just learned that a psychiatrist really doesn't do much for helping you talk through things.
No, they're not. They're not therapists. No. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I assumed that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's easy to do because a lot of movies just have a dude on a couch and a guy talking to him with a list, and he's a psychiatrist, I guess, and they don't really like, especially in the past, that stuff was so flippant.
Everybody's listed here as a therapist, as a cognitive behavioral.
That's my sister. It's what Wendy does. It's what they are. Yeah.
And so like the basics here are Jason Segel, Harrison Ford, and Jessica Williams are psychotherapists who all work together in the same office.
She is the best, by the way, Jessica Williams. From now on, I will watch anything that she's in.
And just amazing that she just was a Daily Show correspondent comic for a while. And then like now she's just like one of the best things on TV.
Yeah.
And then they have all the people around them. And I specifically want to call out the next door neighbors in that clip. The next door neighbors were kind of like spying on Jason Segel's kid. And those next door neighbors are played by TV comedy legends Krista Miller and Ted McGinley. And I don't know how they got them. Like I don't. It's like it's the weirdest thing. It's a genius casting of these two. They have this bizarre relationship. Krista Miller and Ted McGinley are now pushing 60. They get into these friendships with the other characters, and it is the most beautiful, like I say, heartwarming thing that I've seen in a very, very long time. And season 2 doubles down on all of the heartwarming and beautiful parts. And it's just, you got to watch this.
Yeah. A reminder, Ted McGinley, for the youngins, he was one of the nerds.
80s,
he was a nerd.
And he was the sitcom killer in the 80s.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing he's known for, is wiping stuff out. He's not going to have that problem here, I don't think.
Right. And so Krista Miller was on the Drew Carey show for the entire run, and then on most of Scrubs. And she is such a different person now in a sitcom. This is not a sitcom. This is a dramedy. But it's just weird. She's such a different person. Like I used to think of her as bringing immaturity, like almost like naivete to comedy. And now she's like, in this show, she's so emotionally powerful. It's hard to explain. You've got to watch Shrinking, please.
She's also in recent years, not just doing acting, but she's also a music supervisor for a lot of shows. I think even including this one, I think she's music supervisor for Shrinking, if I'm correct. But basically, the person who watches the show or like watches and says, "Oh, I think this indie pop song will be really good here," or "I think this cover song will be really good here," or whatever. It's wild. Her second job now.
That's great.
As that.
Well, I saw season 1. I need to still. Kim and I are just. I don't know why we're waiting, but we need to see season 2. We loved the first one. It was great.
Yeah.
And I like that it's a dramedy, but I think it's heavy on the comedy. So if you want to laugh real hard, you're going to get it. You know?
Oh, it's got some heart-wrenching moments too.
It does.
Like their main patient in this clinic is just a absolutely terribly broken man. And they sort of like all work together to bring him around to normalcy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Heidi Gardner.
No, she's not the main patient here going on here.
No.
She's just a truly wild character story, like something that you would never expect. And Heidi Gardner without makeup is amazing. Like she is so emotive. I can't say enough about this show. It's about psychology and about psychotherapy exactly the same way that The Good Place was about philosophy, which is to say it's not. This is a dramedy, and it's just suffused with that subject. Nice. And it's up there now for me with like Schitt's Creek and The Good Place and Fleabag. It's in that
good
highest strata.
The aforementioned Ted Lasso, it fits in any group that has all that stuff.
That's great. See it now, Apple TV Plus. They had a free weekend. I think a lot of people caught up on the show that weekend too. All right, what, Nicole? Sorry,
I said free weekend.
Yeah, free weekend. They had
Apple TV had a free weekend. Watch everything you want for the whole weekend.
It was a big push for people to rip through the new Silo season.
Watch everything but the last episode of Silo.
Yeah, get you hooked, and then you got to pay.
Yeah.
All right, here's what I watched. Paramount Plus. That's all I'm going to say, and then I'll talk about it. Here you go.
Honey, this is Nathan. He's an oil and gas attorney. My other roommate is Dale. He's what they call a petroleum engineer. He's the one upstairs right now with a ruptured cornea and what doctors call a myocardial infarction. Regular folks call that a heart attack, which is what you gave him when you poked his fucking eye out. So I tell you what, just to prevent further confusion, what do you say we all lock the bathroom door when we're in it?
Oh, God, tell me twice.
My bathroom's downstairs. I can't come up with a reason.
Nate, just lock the door, will you? Then we don't have to worry about reasons. There won't be one. Oh, goody, my day begins.
All right, that
Was that Billy Bob Thornton?
it sure is. Billy,
Either that or the other guy from
who's the other guy?
Oh, Trouble that or Out or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know who that is. Big Trouble. What? What was it? What'd you say?
The Man of Constant Sorrow.
Not Clooney.
Brother, where are they?
Oh,
but the other guy.
Oh, you're thinking of Tim Blake Nelson. Yeah. Definitely not him. This is this is Billy Bob Thornton in the latest Taylor. I keep saying Taylor Sheridan effort called Landman. And this is your dude. What did your Yellowstone and your Lioness, which is another current one. They just finished their season 2. Fantastic show. It turns out that anything. Whoa! I hear myself on Nicole's thing. I heard an echo.
Sorry.
Oh, it's
sorry.
okay.
I was looking up the guy's name because it was driving me nuts.
No worries. Where was I? It turns out I'm kind of down for anything Taylor Sheridan makes. I've just come to this conclusion finally that even though I think it's all a lot of dude soap opera in a lot of ways, with some exceptions, I think that his script for the Sicario movies are top notch, amazing. Doesn't matter who you are; those are crazy good. I think that helped him sort of establish things, and I think his script and work on Hell or High Water is still one of my favorite movies of all time. He knows how to make these kind of westerns set in modern times, but also old times. 1883 is incredible. We didn't even mention Harrison Ford in your last recommendal, Randy, but he's
shrinking. Yeah,
he's in that other one, the 1923, whatever it's called, another year,
1806.
Whatever they are, but they're all basically prequels and sequels of each other for the family that's in Yellowstone. But Landman is a completely separate thing, and it is set in modern time. We got brand new cell phones and fancy trucks and whatnot, but it's all about the Texas oil fields and about the billionaires all the way down to the common workers who work that land, the dangers involved. And Billy Bob Thornton is what you call a landman. He's somebody you hire in your big fancy oil company to just be the dude that goes and negotiates, who argues with cartels, gets in scruffs and fights with various parts of the organization. And he is
actual fights or just like word fights.
Oh, lots of physical fights too. It's not the kind. This is probably not a show I would recommend to you right now, given what you talked about earlier. I think it's maybe a little, I'm not saying it's too intense. It just might be a little intense.
I can actually handle intense again.
Then this might be a good show for you then. If you got the appetite for it, I say go for it. But Billy Bob Thornton's incredible in it. I'll watch him do anything. I love him. I freaking love him. Yeah. I love his whole thing. Everything he does is my jam. So no complaints there. The big surprise for me is how good Ali Larter is as his ex-wife. She's fantastic in this. But also one of the things I hate about the show, I'll get to that in a minute. Jacob Laughlin's this kid who is a much younger picture on IMDb of this kid, but he was in Mud. For anyone who saw and enjoyed Mud, which I loved the movie Mud, he was one of the young kids in that. He's now 24 or something like that and looks more like this. He is the son of Billy Bob Thornton's character, and I want to protect this kid at all costs. His character needs to never be hurt again. I won't even explain why, but when you see Landman, you'll understand why I feel so strong about this kid. He's just this moral backbone in an otherwise kind of amoral business. And he's wild to watch. I really like him a lot. It's a bunch of other folks in here that you would recognize from various things. For example, John Hamm. Yep, he plays Monty Miller. He is the head or the founder of the oil company. He's a billionaire in this. Demi Moore plays his wife. Very different role than what Ryan just saw her in the other night.
Mm-hmm. Everything is very different from that role.
One of my favorite roles is this Calm Fiore guy. He plays this Nathan. He was in the clip. He is a lawyer that lives in the same house. It's basically a rental. Billy Bob Thornton, this Nathan guy, and James Jordan's character, Dale Bradley, they all live in this house together, and they're all very different. And he's this aging lawyer guy. You know him from a million things. You see this face, and you're just like, oh, yeah, one of the...
this guy.
Let's see, Chicago, Face Off, The Chronicles of Riddick, Thor. He's King Lawley and Thor Laughley. Laufey? However you say it.
LaFay. Yeah. Loki's dad, I think.
Correct. Character actor has been around forever, and he's so good in this. But it's small. It's understated, this role. He's barely in most episodes, but when he is, it's amazing. And there's some real funny stuff going on. Unlike most Taylor Sheridan movies and shows, it's not all grit. There's some real comedy to be had. But it also has plenty of grit, and it's got plenty of heart, and it's got a lot of really morally questionable things going down. Here's my only complaint, because I think this show is rad, and I'm loving it. There's one episode left. It doesn't come out till Monday or Sunday or something. Or no. Maybe it came out 2 days ago and I'm late. Anyway, I still got to see the finale. The Ali Larter and the daughter played by Michelle Randolph, Ainsley, they are infuriating. They're very good at what they're doing, but what they're portraying is really infuriating. It's this Southern belle, tons of money, wave it in everybody's face. Nothing matters but us and our nail appointment. Like, there's just a thing going on there. It's intentional, okay? They're trying to portray what they're doing.
Giving main character vibe.
Yeah, and it is freaking... It just pisses me off. But it's supposed to, so they're doing their job. Brian, this James Jordan guy, this Dale Bradley character, he's the one that plays Two Cups in Lioness. He's one of the...
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. He's a Taylor Sheridan...
he's in everything.
Yeah.
Yellowstone, Landman, Wind River, that Sheridan directed. Great movie, by the way, if you've never seen Wind River. Lioness, all these things. He just takes him around with him. 1883, Mayor of Kingstown. These are all Sheridan deals, and he's there for all of them. He's so good in this and so funny, but then occasionally, I don't know. It's the smaller characters that they just absolutely nail, and they've created so much like interest in me as to where they're all headed and what they're going to do. I'm surprised how much it sucked me in. So I'm going to give a big fat thumbs up. The fattest thumb I can muster for Landman.
What's the name of the show?
Landman.
Landman.
Yep.
I don't know why I thought it was Tulsa King.
Well, that's another one of his movies or shows.
Somebody said it in the chat. I was like, oh, that must be what we're talking about.
No, that's just another Taylor Sheridan thing. That guy makes nothing. He's having a moment, that dude. And I didn't realize this, but in the first 2 episodes of Lioness season 2, Brian, he's the older agent. who comes and does the whole extraction of the congresswoman. You know the part I'm talking about? Beginning of season 2?
But it's been a long time since I saw season 1.
No, season 2. Just the beginning of season
2.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So he's the one driving the Suburban.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
That's Taylor Sheridan. People forget the guy used to be an actor.
I did not realize it. Wow.
Yeah. He's awesome. I've decided I'm kind of there for whatever he wants to do. And here's the other thing. If you're worried that Landman's going to be like pro oil and anti green energy, it isn't. What it is it's complicated, because it is. And they really get into these issues.
Do oil television shows, Scott.
Well, Luke, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, I love it. I highly recommend it. And I cannot wait for a new season. They've already announced they're going to do it. So very stoked about it. All right. Those are our recommendals. They're all going up on quicktms.li. And you guys can find them anytime and look at them at your leisure. Nicole, I'm glad you're doing well.
Me too.
We'll see you next week. Maybe.
Sorry, I took up so much time.
Not at all. You can take as much time as you need.
All good.
Important stuff you're sharing.
Yep. All good. It helps other people too. So 0 issues. Have a good one. And tell Mateo, good luck. Hey, Randy, what's Film Sack this weekend? What are we doing?
We're watching Saturn 3.
Oh, shit.
Saturn 3.
Oh, I didn't see the first 2. Am I going to be lost?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That joke keeps on giving. I love it.
We're just going to keep using it forever.
It's great.
We'll just do nothing but tell that joke over and over.
Yeah. This is an oldie but a goodie, you guys. 1980 R-rated sci-fi movie with frickin' Kirk Douglas.
Jim Dimple.
That's right. Farrah Fawcett of all people. Oh man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Harvey Keitel.
Yep. It's on Freevee and Peacock. So watch for that this weekend. Filmsack.com for details.
It's the only movie to actually have its rating, its Rotten Tomatoes score in the title.
There you go.
There you go. It's fantastic. Randy, have a fake. Don't have a fake week. Have a great week.
I will continue to dodge fire. See ya.
Well, bye. You know, the OC got lucky, I guess. They
yeah, so far. Yeah.
I was talking to Chris the other night and he said we got spared.
Going inland.
All right. Well, on that note, let us make our leave. Take our leave.
The third hour of TMS.
He has a long one today. It might be our longest. I haven't checked.
It's certainly the longest in a long time.
Yeah. But that's okay. We're happy to do that once in a while. Anyway, that's going to do it for us. Nothing really to say at the end of this, except go to frogpants.com/TMS for all your TMS needs. And don't forget to submit your video submission for the 32nd TMS Film Festival. You just spoke to 2 of our judges. I forgot to mention that while you were here.
That's right. Yeah.
They're going to be judging as well. Also, Mateo might submit one because he likes to make little movies for YouTube.
That's right.
I think that's fine. I think that's great. I think his mother would be biased, but I don't care. We're doing it anyway.
He needs to come up with an intro movie for the phrase "cooch whistle."
Yeah, cooch whistle. I love that, dude. That made me laugh. That gave me the best laugh of the day. Anyway, that's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Oh, frogpants.com/filmfest. Filmfest. Okay. All right, yeah. Brian, let's get out of here. You got a song?
I do. This one's going out to Mike Andrews, a.k.a. Geek Daddy-O. Says, hey, guys, 11 years ago, my wife and I left Michigan on a whim and moved our family to New Jersey. We've spent many great years here and have made so many memories, but we've decided to make the move back home. Every time we go on a trip as a family, the song Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon randomly comes on the radio, and everyone in our car would always sing along. Can you please play any cover of the song to celebrate this big event in our lives? Thank you, guys. Signed, Mike.
Awesome. Congrats, I guess, on 2 adventurous moves. That's crazy.
Gosh. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
This is currently my favorite cover of the song. It's by ska band The Holophonics. They always churn out great ska covers. From their Masquerades Volume 9, now that's what I call ska, from 2016, here is Shut Up and Dance.
Those pants are made for frogging, if you know what I mean. I actually don't. Frogpants.com.
Oh boy, that sounded bad.